Hello, happy March. Happy March, March 2024. It's really good to be here with you. March 1st, I'm recording this video and I woke up this morning super early and I was just full, like buzzing with energy. And that's been happening more. So I'll get into the theme here in a minute, but I just want to reflect on sort of where we've been and the energy that we're feeling going into March. But also I'm still really tired. So I have all this like buzzing energy, like creation energy and things I want to do and create and take care of. And a lot of it is still carrying over from the things I was completing in the fall, while also trying to rest and wrap things up, and then doing up the cleaning up and clearing up and reflection from January, and all the while really listening to my intuition that we're focusing on in February, all the while listening to intuition to help guide my choices, to help really get me clear and grounded in what's happening. And then today, and then we also have like weather stuff happening and just the seasonal change. This time of year, it can feel like a lot. So this morning, wake up, it's super early. I'm buzzing, ready to go. I have all my things done by 8 in the morning. And it starts snowing and we get bunch of dumping of snow for a couple hours, and now it's like sunny outside. So if you're feeling any kind of like emotional turmoil or ups and downs, and your energy is maybe bouncing from energetic and motivated to low energy and exhausted to anxious to peaceful, just know that you are right on point. You are right on track with this transitional season. So we're really starting to head into the beginning of spring, but we're still at the end of winter. So March is the month when we cross over in the calendar from winter into spring, and it's a transitional season. So, I'm always talking about the wheel, and here we are coming out of winter that's at the bottom, and we're heading up towards the top, summer here at the top. So over here, springtime, it's kind of intense. It's like that feeling of going up the roller coaster, we're doing the big climb. Or if you would rather not be on a roller coaster, maybe you're on a Ferris wheel. And you just, you've been down here at the bottom waiting for the ride to start, and now you're coming on up. And when we get to the top of summer, we'll have this nice little lookout and this little rest point before we start to come back down again, and feeling that in the fall. So just a reminder, love talking about this stuff, obviously. So March, let's talk about March. We've been in January, we did some clearing out, some reflecting. And then in February, we've been really listening to our intuition. I was feeling into what feels most accurate going into March. It's sort of coming out of like if you were in a deep winter's nap, or you just woke up in the morning, you're sort of laying there for a minute, like checking in with yourself, your body's coming back online, your mind is coming back online. And this is sort of the month when we maybe are swinging our legs off the bed and our feet are about to touch the ground, right? It's still the beginning of the year. We're not the full momentum of the year hasn't really picked up yet. It's like the beginning of the day, where we're not asleep anymore, we're awake, we're ready to get up and get moving. And this is a time to check in, and where our practice of intuition that we've been practicing in February really gets to carry over into March. So here's the theme. I wrote down multiple ideas, and then Wendelin sent me her inquiry card this month, and I was like, ooh, we nailed it. So the first thing I wrote down for March, our focus being right action. And I thought of Liz when I thought of that, because Liz is always like, let's just do the next right thing, just take the next right step, just do the next right thing. And that's very much what March feels like. Right action. And what is right action? First off, I don't really believe so much in right and wrong, but right action is more what feels most most integral and in the greatest integrity with you kind of standing upright in your life. So again, if we're using this analogy of we're swinging our legs off the bed and we're about to stand up, what is it that is pulling us upward, that is getting us upright in our life, and then focusing our gaze and moving in that direction and beginning to gain some momentum in the direction you want to go. And I know for me, I've been thinking a lot lately about the garden analogy of like, it's not so much that I want to hit the road and go travel down some long road to a new place. My journey feels more like this sort of like action of rooting down and lifting up. So what is it that is going to pull you upright in your life and really center you and ground you? So when I'm talking about right action, I'm talking about what at the core of your being is in the deepest alignment with your desires and what it is you're wanting to experience. I'm really excited about this because how we align to the core of ourselves, and as we pull ourselves upright while being firmly grounded, you can see my hands doing this motion, as we're grounding in and we're lifting up, this is going to prepare us for the rest of the year. This is really, so right action is also some of the themes I thought about for this month is rooting and grounding while sprouting, right? So we're also rooting, grounding, and maybe sprouting up a little bit. And we're going to have a little more of that coming more in April and May, which is why I didn't make it a focus this month. I really think right action, rooting, grounding. And I wrote down one of my favorite mantras. Your presence is your prayer. Let your presence, let your present moment engagement be your prayer. Let yourself desire and be aware of what is an integrity for you. And if you don't know what is an integrity for you, you go back to your intuition, you keep checking in. But it's basically, we're not taking any big actions. We're taking lots of small actions that are, in alignment with where we want to be, so we can root down and grow up. And just like a root, if it runs into a rock while moving into the ground, it doesn't just stop growing, it grows around the barrier, it grows around the rock. So we don't have to tell ourselves a story about being stuck or not knowing. I think actually one of our practices really needs to be a practice that I believe we might have done this in Sacred Habits for those of you who did Sacred Habits, but this standing in your power, really having this upright spine. So we're really starting to bring our spine into an upright posture. If there's any kind of posture I would encourage for you, it would be lengthening all the way from your tailbone up the back of your spine and tucking your chin a little bit and really getting that extra length right at the back of your neck so you can feel the full length of your spine, letting your shoulders kind of really drop down and back. Your heart space is soft and open. This is open at the back of the neck. Belly is soft. So you're not like forcing this posture open, but just as in meditation, a lot of what we're taught is to be in an upright, dignified posture. So right action, right action, right action. And the inquiry card that Wendelin sent is just beautiful. She sent it to me today, and you'll see it here at the bottom of the post. What is it? Yeah. What is the brave action? What is the brave action? So here I'm thinking about right action and coming upright into ourselves and being in integrity with ourselves, being in integrity with who you are, with following your deepest desires and what you know is right for you is so, so brave. Okay. So I really want you to also think about like, what is the brave action for you, the right action for you, the brave action for you. And if you're going about your life with presence as your prayer, and we're letting the past be in the past. We talked about this in January. The past is in the past. The past is over, and the future is unwritten. So letting these things just be wiped away and being fully present with where you are and what is aligned for you in this moment. Connect with something you deeply, 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 deeply desire. Like at the core of you, desire. Like let yourself even go into your desire. So just as presence is your prayer, I believe that your desire is also your prayer. So this is also feels like a month of prayer. We're coming out of dream time. We're coming out of cave season. Not quite yet. If you're not quite ready to come out, you don't have to come out quite yet. We still have time on this one. But it's kind of that early morning prayer time, March. Great, beautiful time for prayer. So presence as your prayer, desire is your prayer, right action. What is the brave action? Coming into an upright, dignified posture in your life, all of your energy belonging to you. All of your energy belonging to you. After we did all this cleaning out and all this clearing out, and we're tapping into our intuition, part of that intuition tapping in is so that we can then start to gather that energy around our center, our peaceful, present center, and begin to move through life in a way that's in integrity with our inner truth and our deepest desires. So a great example would be, I love this example because I'm a single woman and I've been thinking about this a lot. Like if I really want a specific type of love match or relationship, am I behaving? Am I acting? Am I making choices that are in alignment with my deepest desires? And there's multiple things, those little rocks in the ground for the roots to get down in. Instead of saying, oh, there's barriers and I'm stuck, it's being aware that there's parts of me that I don't even want to touch base with my deepest desire because there's a part of me that's afraid that if I let myself want it, then I might suffer the disappointment of not getting it. Ooh, right? So we're also practicing a bit of non-attachment. Again, non-attachment to letting go of the past. We're letting go of the future. We're letting ourselves just want what we want. So regardless of whether the thing that I desire is exactly what I'm going to get in life, what if I behaved in a way as if this desire was absolutely going to come into fruition? How do I need to align myself and position myself and posture myself to be able to receive what it is that I desire? And to maybe even recognize that what it is I desire is already here. And oftentimes what we desire is a feeling. So if we think we want something in life because we think it's going to give us a certain feeling, do we have to have that specific thing in order to have the feeling? Or is it possible to tap into the feeling without having the actual thing or the person, et cetera, et cetera? So these are all really good questions. I'm going to be dropping these into some of our prompts as well too, but go ahead and write them down and be thinking about them and take whatever really aligns for you this month. So it still is a month of gathering ourselves up, of still holding our resources close, of resourcing ourselves so that we can root down and sprout. It takes a lot of energy for new growth to push through the earth, right? The same as like a butterfly pushing out of its chrysalis. It takes a lot of energy, or a chick cracking out of its egg, right? We're not quite to that point yet in the season though. Chicks aren't hatching yet. It's still too cold. And there's some daffodils and some crocuses that are pushing through, and some buds are starting to come about on the trees, but they're not fully opening. So, you know, some people really are just like hitting the ground running this time of year, and that might be you. And others of us are maybe we need a little more time, another month or two. So we're still gathering our energy, but we're getting ourselves into this upright, dignified posture. And we're connecting with what's in integrity for us personally. What's in integrity for me might not be in integrity for you. So keeping that in mind, integrity is a personal thing that we have to be aware of for ourselves as well too. So anyway, so happy to be here with you. I love you all so much. Just a minute ago, I was talking about receiving, and we had our book club call. at the end of February on the art of asking. And some of that conversation had to do around receiving. So as we are connecting with right action and desire and aligning with what it is we want to be experiencing, there has to be a willingness to receive what it is we desire as well too, and to start to recognize things. So I would say this is also a beautiful month for gratitude, a gratitude practice just in the simplest form. Thank you so much for today. Thank you for this breath. Thank you for this body. Thank you for this life. Thank you for this home. Thank you for this roof. Thank you for this food. Thank you for these people. Thank you for the sun. Thank you for the rain. Thank you for this bed. Thank you for clothes on my back. Thank you for work. Thank you for money in the bank. Thank you for whatever it is. Thank you for this person who frustrates me and angers me. Thank you that I didn't get what I wanted because I don't know exactly the plans that life has for me, but if it's meant for me, it's unstoppable. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And may the things that are meant for me find me, and may I recognize them when they show up, and may I be willing and help me to see those things that I cannot see. Help me to understand those things that I don't understand. I am willing to see things differently. And let this be a time of prayer and gratitude. Feels so good. So happy to be here with you. This weather today is crazy, but I'm kind of loving it. Yeah. Okay. I think that's it for now. I know we have some events going on this month. On the 12th, our community is open to the public. So, but it is an event that has to be registered for in advance. So everyone here also has to register for that event. I had to create a special separate link in order to open it up to the public. There's an RSVP. So when you go into events and you click on join event, it will take you to the link to RSVP and register for our March 12th new moon in Pisces call, as well as it'll be our spring equinox celebration as well too. So if you know anyone who you think would be a great fit for this community, whether or not they sign up or they join, invite people. I am just so impressed by us here. I love what we're doing here. I love what we're creating here. I love how we connect. So let's bring more people who are the right fit for us. Let's find ourselves. Let's find our people. Let's keep doing this together. Okay. I love you all. Have a beautiful day. May you stay with yourself today and always.